Mr. Mars, I know that we're live audio on here, so I thought, well, I have an audience. And here they are.
The crowd goes wild.
And I found some sound effects on here that I thought, well, we'll entertain the folks by playing sound effects over the placard that you have up.
Use it on when we do the Price is Right game.
Oh,
when we don't do
that's a good idea.
Yeah, nobody won.
Exactly.
Candace is with us early.
I'm sorry?
Candace is with us early.
Well, because she doesn't have anything to do up there in Kansas City. I understand there's supposed to be storms up there. By the way, Leslie is in Nashville with a friend of hers, and they're going to go to the big Alan Jackson sayonara sign-off thing tonight at Titan Stadium, which is where the Oilers play.
Yep.
And, 70% chance of storms.
Oof.
That ain't good.
No.
And it's an open stadium, so you can't hide underneath the roof.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised. Well, I guess maybe it gives him more room to get around and stuff. I mean, sad deal.
Oh, I don't know any of that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, is he debilitated or something?
He's got neuropathy.
He has neuropathy.
I've got neuropathy.
Well, but he can't walk, or he's getting to where he can't walk.
Well,
That's what happened to my dad. Put him in a wheelchair.
It's different levels.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're about 30 seconds away from the open of the show. We're going to go silent here for just about 30 seconds, and then we'll be with you in 30 seconds. Okay, Mr. Morris, I think you could hit the... Oh, we have the go button. Here we go.
You hot.
Always try to blame it on Mars. Hello, and good morning from our Dual City studios in Texas, USA. It's the award-winning in real-time car talk show. Just ahead, Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge finishes its spring season tomorrow, so we get an update. Plus, Jeff has engine problems. 5 engines giving big automakers big problems. And Mr. Mars has summer water parks in this week's driving destinations. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars. We always need more Jeff Seeking. Don Armstrong here. David Ainsley sleeping in and watching from his bed. Make sure that everything goes just the way it's supposed to. I'm sure the phone is ringing in the back office as we speak, because nothing ever goes right. Well, so glad that you could join us on this hot Saturday from our Houston, Texas studios. And I will tell you that there's no rain in the forecast this weekend, so hope you get to have the grass cut by at least now. Either that or wait until about 7 o'clock
Yeah.
tonight when the sun goes down. That's what you're doing,
That's
Mr.
what
Jim.
we do. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll only be 90.
Well, this is a
7.
car show, and we talk about all things automotive here, including racing, because racing is a big part of the automotive industry. And so many innovations have come about in the car industry through racing. So we thought we'd incorporate that into our show as well. And with that in mind, we're going to go to Mr. Scott Striegel, and he
He's
is with
not
the
here
Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Uh-oh.
What?
He's not here
He's
yet.
not here yet. He says he's
Wait a minute.
having
I thought that you just got off the phone with him.
Well, I did, and he's saying his computer's running slow. It doesn't want to log in after
dear
we got
God.
off
Oh,
the
no.
phone.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. Well, that's not good. Yeah.
After
So what
my
would you
week.
like to do, Mr. Mars? I know that you got your tap dancing shoes on, so get up and
Well,
give us a
got
little
lots of
jig.
Tap dancing to do.
What?
Got lots of tap dancing.
Okay,
to do.
well, take it away.
It's 2-2.
Yeah. Well, one of the things that, we were talking about, they're going to take this break because of the heat. It is hot down here. And you always have to wonder if it's hot, but, how it affects the track and affects the cars and stuff. So let's just ask Scott that question.
There you go.
Is he with us now?
He's right
Scott.
there.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, what do you got? You still working on a cup and string over there, trying to get on the air with us?
And I don't know. It decided this morning that it wanted to do updates and it wasn't connecting to the internet. And I'm like, why this morning?
Do you have
All
an internet?
morning- Yeah.
Who's your
I got,
internet provider?
AT&T fiber.
Oh, my goodness.
Who do you think you are? In wheel
I
time or
s-
something?
I sympathize with you.
You're not getting on the air? What are you trying to be us?
Yeah,
I tell you
you are us.
what makes me laugh is some of the people out here bought it, drank that Kool-Aid from never heard of that came out here and said, I can do this and it's cheaper. And they go down
Oh, the easy
every
guys?
they'll go down internet.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I went through
and
with
I've-
Comcast
we've
for
seen a lot of us
years.
that have AT&T. Well, it's funny because I see them go down and they constantly post on Facebook, we're down on internet again. And I'm like, if you would have just signed up for AT&T fiber, you would never have any trouble. But what do I know?
I will say this: when I moved into my new house and the new studios, I was done with Comcast because it was always down, always a big problem. And so I went with AT&T. I have not had one issue with them in the past
Right.
9-10 months now. Yeah. So
So if we get on AT&T,
Yeah.
can we find out about the spring schedule for TMCCC? Can we find out about that?
You
for
might.
what?
Just saying.
The spring schedule. Do we really
Yeah,
care?
He was trying to make a segue there.
I was trying to segue into what we're talking about.
Okay, fine. As opposed to us griping about the internet
AT&T.
connection.
Yeah,
All right, well,
yeah,
let's
yeah,
talk racing then. So how has the spring season gone? How many races have you got? Let's back up. Explain to everybody what the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge is.
Okay. It's club or team on team, drag racing, bracket racing, if you will. We have categories from the basic street grocery getter all the way up to full-blown race cars and including electric vehicles, EVs.
Wow.
We have a class for them that we started this year, specifically because electric vehicles have a clear advantage over fuel vehicles. They don't care about weather, where fuel vehicles do. Anyway, we race pretty much all over Texas and southern parts of Oklahoma. We do 10 to 14 races a year. A lot of that depends on whether or not we're going to get them all in or we're going to get some in. It's a points-based system. The more rounds you go, of course, the more points you garner for your team. And we also have individual awards for those that sign up. It's called driver rewards, and they get points that go specifically for themselves. The winner and the runner-up each year will get all of their races paid for the winner, and the runner-up gets half their races paid for. So
How many races in the spring season?
we try to do 6 or 7. This year's been a little difficult because the weather hasn't really played with us the right way much. So I've had to cancel a couple. I've had to postpone a couple to the fall. I'm not big on postponing because that kind of interrupts plans that people may have. And the tracks really like to make postpone races during July and August, and we're just not really into racing in July and August. It gets a little warm around here.
No.
So,
Sure
but
they do.
we've postponed one of the races. We're doing a doubleheader in the fall up in Oklahoma, where we're racing on a Saturday night and a Sunday morning. And the Mother's Day race, which we made special awards for and stuff like that, got canceled at the last minute because it rained up in Wichita Falls. So we're kind of doing a Mother's Day in August kind of thing. We postponed that one to August, and we'll talk more about that later sometime in August when we get together. We'll promote that a little bit more. But so far, we have, I think, 4 races in. We should have 6. We have our last race of the spring session tomorrow at Extreme Raceway Park in Ferris.
Ferris, Texas. And is it 1/8 mile, quarter mile?
Ferris is 1/8 mile. Most of our races are 1/8 mile. However, when we go up to Thunder Valley in Oklahoma, that's quarter mile. And at Ennis, we've already been there, but we do quarter mile there. We limit it to quarter mile for what we call the streetcar classes, which would be your street, your stock, and your king classes. They run on street tires. They do quarter mile. Anything beyond that, we limit to 1/8 mile, mostly for the fact that cars are geared for 1/8 mile tracks.
So you don't have quarter mile guys coming to the 1/8 mile races or their clubs or teams, do you?
We do, because they like it.
Okay. I didn't know if they were segregated because it's an 1/8 mile. They would rather run the quarter and then leave that the smaller race for the other contestants.
Given the fact that most tracks now have gone to 1/8 mile, most people are geared in, like their rear ends are geared for 1/8 mile. Their transmissions are geared for 1/8 mile. I like my car, my race car is geared for 1/8 mile. I know what it'll do in a quarter mile. I've run a quarter mile, but I don't push it for quarter mile because I'm not geared for it.
Is it a manual or automatic transmission?
Mine's an automatic, but the transmission was built by Southern Hot Rod specifically for racing. So it shifts a lot harder and a lot differently and a lot higher RPMs than, say, your basic street transmission.
Does it shift in the 1/8 mile?
Yes. 3 times.
What?
Twice. I'm sorry, twice.
Twice. Wow. That's a lot. 1/8 mile is not that long.
No.
You must have a pretty stout gear in the rear.
It's
end.
like, what is it, 700 feet or something?
It's only 1/8 of a mile.
Yeah, it's an 1/8 of a mile. It's not much, but I will shift from first into second and then from second into third. And that's as far as I'll go.
It's funny because all I could think of is Mom's Buick Skylark. And she never knew it, but I did put it on the quarter mile track. And I thought, well, I'll just put it into low.
Right.
And I'll do the shifting myself. Well, I think I almost blew up the engine because I let it ride a little too long down there in first gear.
Right.
Yeah, you really need to know what you're doing if you're going to shift an automatic transmission manually.
Well, these days, a lot of cars are built to do that, or they'll have paddle shifters. Or you can switch it over. Mine was built to do that, but when I had the transmission redone, I took that aspect out of it to where it's strictly, I put it into drive, and it, like I said, it'll shift, but it doesn't shift until about 7,000 RPMs.
Oh my.
So
what kind of car is that? Well, yeah. What kind of transmission, what kind of car?
Well, my car is a 2011 Dodge Charger, but it's not stock at all. I mean, it runs 6.5 second 1/8 miles. So
in other words, you've been diddling with it.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah. And the transmission you said is custom built?
Yeah, it's built by Southern Hot Rods. I can't remember what it is right off the top of my head. Old age prevents you from remembering certain things.
Sure.
Everything.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like I told my wife, one of these days she'll have to wear a name tag just so I can remember.
That's a good one. I'm going to use that down the road. I can promise you that.
Right.
Just call her Honey. That way you forgot a long time ago.
That's
Yeah,
right.
exactly. But it's, the transmission's been built. It's got an aluminum drive shaft. It's got a 411 gearing Ford clone rear end in it. And the drive shafts are built by the drive shaft shop out in North Carolina. to withstand up to 1,400 horsepower. I don't have that much, but
Just in case.
yeah, just in case. But at the end of the day, it takes almost 800 horsepower to generate the speed that I'm generating because, I mean, let's face it, it's a Charger. It's a fat ass 4,000-pound car.
Yeah.
If I took that same horsepower and put it into an 1,800-pound Mustang, I could run probably 4-second eighth miles. But
well, let's talk about the
I'm a
classes, and let's talk about the classes. And what is the most full class that you currently have?
probably right now we call it what we call competition muscle. That is basically any car that runs I think it's 7.45 or quicker, that has certain aids. Like you can have a two-step, or you can have a what do you call it? I'm trying to think of what it's called. Anyway, starting aids. It's not an air shifter. Air shifter has to go into a different class called electronics. But the competition muscle, we have everything in there from basic race cars all the way up to small modifieds that go into
So
that.
when you have an event, what obviously some guys like certain tracks, and there's probably one or two tracks that you guys go to where everybody goes. Which tracks are those?
Well, our home track is Extreme Raceway Park, XRP and Ferris. We get more cars there, usually somewhere upwards in the neighborhood of 130 to 150 cars there.
Wow.
In the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Correct.
Wow.
And
It's
then
A lot of clubs.
I would say second would be the Motorplex up in Ennis. We'll do about the same there. Other than that, I would say maybe Thunder Valley and up in Oklahoma. And it's a quarter-mile track. We will generate more cars at a quarter-mile track. One of the things that I do also, and I started as president, is every track has their own what we call letter designation. So after your car number, let's say your car number is 100, you put in your letter designation. That designates what club your points go to. Well, I've generated letter designations for every track so we can bring in local racers as well.
Interesting. So was this Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge, is this your idea to put this group together?
No, they've been around for 41 years.
Gotcha.
It was conceived, like I said, 41 years ago by a couple of guys that, and I apologize, I can't remember their names off the top of my head, but they kind of conceived this idea of bringing clubs together to race and giving a venue for people to race that, didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money or wanted something that was very much laid back. And that's what this is. It's very much a family atmosphere. We've had people show up with their grandmothers in motorhomes, and they sit there and watch us race, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. I mean, you're talking $20 to get in, and when you get in to spectate, you can see all the cars. You can walk around in the pits. You can sit in the stands. You can do whatever you want.
And you
You're
could
not
ask
walking.
Scott Striegel what's going on.
So
Right.
Yeah.
I have that all the time. People come up and they ask me questions, or they see me wander. And I'll tell you just real quick, last year, for the first time, we went to Concho Valley in San Angelo, and we had a driver's meeting. Of course, we'd never been there before, but I had people coming up to me in the pit area that were just telling me, we've never seen anything like this before. This is fantastic. Are you guys coming back? We generated more spectators there than we've ever generated anywhere we've ever been.
So this is more of a legal version of what you see on the TV, the Street Outlaws guys, where they're in the dark in the back alley racing. So this is more of bringing them out from behind the bushes and putting them on the track.
Correct. And the other side of that coin is we're trying to get people out the street to, to be blunt, stop doing stupid things.
Right.
Get the kids, stop being on the news because you're killing people or you're injuring people. Come out to the track, bring your car, show us what you got. None of us are that proprietary that we're afraid to show you or talk to you or anything about racing. You want to race your I'm going to date myself, but you want to race your Yugo? Bring your Yugo. We don't care.
Yeah, you used to do that here in Houston when we had the Houston Raceway Park.
Yeah.
Didn't you come out? Yeah. So, yeah, very familiar with them out here.
Well, Scott, it's
Yeah,
great to talk to you, and congratulations on your success with what a great club, Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge. Where can we go to learn more information on that?
We have a website. It's tmccc.org. Everything about TMCCC is on there. My phone number and email address is on there. So if there's some questions that you need answered that aren't answered or whatever, you are welcome to get a hold of me.
Well, Scott, it's great to talk to you. Best of luck this weekend, tomorrow in particular.
Right.
And we hope to catch up with you sometime in August.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in August. We'll talk more about our fun Mother's Day in August race that we've got going on. So.
Sounds great, man. Thanks again, man. Just ahead, Jeff's Car Culture, 5 engines that are no good. And Mars drives us to 7 water parks after this break when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues. The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Loopy Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Loopy Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Loopy Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Loopy Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Loopy experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Loopy beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out. You to join us 10 to noon Central Time every Saturday for our live show about all things automotive. It's a fun ride. We hope that you'll join us. And by the way, next weekend, we're going to have a best of show.
Yep.
And we're going to have one of those rare weekends where we take time off for ourselves and our families. So I hope that you enjoy your 4th of July as well. All right, time now for Jeff's Car Culture, Bad Engines by Big Brand Names.
Are you there, Mike? I think he's got it. Do you have it? Let me click it.
Why don't you just go ahead and do it?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and do it.
Thank you.
All right. Well, engines on this list were chosen because of ongoing recalls, owner complaints, class action lawsuits, and government investigations over the past 12 months. To narrow it down, these specific choices, whose popular vehicles from major brands have been subject to large ongoing recalls over the last year. So very, very current. First one on the list is a Honda. It's a 1.5 turbo. Honda generally enjoys a strong reputation for reliability, but there's some Hondas, their engine buyers, of the engines and the buyers might want to steer clear of. One of these engines is the 1.5 liter turbo. It's a 4-cylinder engine. It's been around for a while and now powers some of Honda's best-selling models, including the Civic, Accord, the CR-V. Unfortunately, the engine's issues have also been known for a while, namely oil dilution and head gasket failures. A blown head gasket is not cheap or a quick repair, while Honda hasn't issued a factory recall for these problems. Ongoing 1.5-liter turbo issues have continued to plague the company, including class action lawsuits. The next one on the books is a Nissan. It's a 1.5-liter turbo. It's a VC turbo. Things overall have not been great for Nissan recently, as the Japanese automakers work to dig its way out of financial turmoil and at the corporate level. The company's innovative yet often troublesome variable compression engines have been a major culprit behind recalls and owner complaints. The 2026 Nissan 1.5 is a 3-cylinder turbo VC motor has proven especially problematic, with the company recalling over 600,000 Rogue SUVs for potentially catastrophic engine problems. If the fortunate sums are affected by the engine will only need a throttle body replacement. So it's either one or the other. Very, very difficult to do. Here's one that we all know. It's a General Motors 6.2 liter V8. Turns out through the simpler, naturally aspirated American V8 is not without its own problems. Specifically, we're talking about problems with the GM 6.2, which powers popular models like the best-selling Chevy Silverado, GMC Sierra pickups, as well as the Chevy Tahoe, GMC Yukon, and the Cadillac Escalade. The SUV's problem in Cadillac as well. Problems caused by defective internal components on the 6.2 has thus far led to recall over 700,000 trucks and SUVs,
Yikes.
not to mention ongoing class action lawsuits. There's a theme there with class action. GM says a possible solution is to change the recommended oil viscosity. Well, let's just start there.
Blame it on the oil.
Yeah. However,
Okay.
questions remain about the effectiveness, and it hasn't really provided the L87 owners with any real peace of mind. And then we got one that we all know and love. It's been around forever. The Jeep 2-liter turbo hybrid. This is an X4XE is what they call it.
Oh, 4xe.
Yeah, 4xe. Now that fast things can change in the auto industry, back in 2021, the new Jeep Wrangler and the Grand Cherokee 4xe models, which use a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine combined with a plug-in hybrid electric power, were portrayed as the future of the Jeep brand, and the 4xe powertrain has also been plagued by mechanical and electrical issues. Surely haven't seen help in this case for sticking around, among other things. The 4xe had already been recalled for potentially battery fire issues, and then there was another recall for possible casting sand left inside of the 4xe's 2-liter turbo, which over 100,000 vehicles were recalled because of that. If the sand is inside the engine, it could lead not just to total engine failure, but also to a fire risk. And lastly, on the hit parade is a Toyota. Who would have thunk it? 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6, traditionally one bought a new Toyota pickup, a reputation for reliability and the big selling components. The 3.4-liter twin-turbo V6 engine powers Toyota Tundra pickups, Sequoia SUVs, and has suffered significant problems since the debut in 2022. And they continue to put a dent in Toyota's generally excellent reputation. As the 2026 ongoing catastrophes of the engine, it's an engine-bearing problems have been promoted. Toyota's recalled over 250,000 trucks, and there's probably no remedy in sight for the near future, but they're still not completely immune from
That's their V8.
Yep.
Gee whiz.
That's it.
Wait a minute. That's the same, basically the same engine that
There's a
they race in
Tundra.
NASCAR.
The 3.4. No, I think it's bigger than that. Is it twin? I don't know. They might.
I don't know.
I'll have to look into that.
Well, yeah,
Good
well,
question.
but the 3.4, that's the V6.
The 3.4, yeah, V6.
Oh, that's why I said V8.
Yeah.
You said V. Okay.
V6.
Never mind.
All right. There we go.
Okay. We got that.
Yeah, we got it.
All right.
We're gonna
Very
get back
good.
to the story.
All right. Time now for our water parks driving destinations. Mr. Mars?
Yeah, we went looking for something for the 4th of July for the family, thought about water parks. It's hot here. And of course, you think about Schlitterbahn, we mentioned earlier, or even Typhoon, Texas, up in Katy. Really large. A lot of people go there, big, large corporate parks. However, there's a few others around, like Hurricane Harbor Splashtown. Now, this is the old Splashtown. It is the oldest major water park in the Houston area. It's known for the variety of the slides, like the multi-lane racing slide. It's got a giant funnel ride, and there's a lot of wave pools on it. It's very easy to get to. It's in spring up off 45, so it's very popular with families. The second one that we wanted to look at was Big Rivers Water Park and Adventures. Now, this is up in New Caney, a little bit further up, but it's more than a water park. You can do zip lines. You got aerial adventure courses. You got climbing attractions. There's some animal. They even got some amusement park rides along with the regular traditional water slides and the pools. It's kind of a hybrid water park and adventure park. It's a great place to take the family, and you can do a little bit of everything at this one location. The third one we want to look at is Splashway Water Park. Now, it's got a reputation as being one of the cleanest and most family-friendly water parks in Texas. It's located southwest of Houston, and it's kind of a relaxed atmosphere, and it makes it more appealing for the family because it's a little more family comfortable as far as
What
the
you're
things you can
trying
go
to
do.
say, it's a little bit more laid back for old people.
Yeah.
Well, or if you've got young children, it's a
Well,
little
that's why I
bit
say
easier.
grandma and grandpa could take the young kids there.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. That'll do it. The fourth one we wanted to talk about is, and I've never heard of it, Nestler Park Family Aquatic Center. Now this is down in Texas City, and it's actually part of the Texas City Parks Department. And it's very community-centered atmosphere because it is part of the City Parks Department. It's great for parents looking for a day to get out on the water without a lot of expense and not a lot of crowds that you're going to find at the bigger commercial attractions. The fifth one, and I like the name of it, and I've seen signs for it, but it's the Pirates Bay Water Park down in Baytown. Now, it's obviously got a nautical theme, and it's got a lot of different things from a water park, including a large lazy river. It's got a wave pool. You got lots of things you can climb on if you're a climber, and water slides of different sizes. And it's all part of a pirate-inspired design to give it a very different atmosphere. And it is another city-owned park, so it kind of gives it a different atmosphere. It's not quite so corporate level because it is the city park, and it's for many of the Houston families that are close around. The other one I found interesting was the Strawberry Water Park. Now, this is in Pasadena. It's smaller, and it's much more of a neighborhood feel, so families can see the children. It's not really so big. They can get lost, 100 yards away in some river that's going someplace. And so for a lot of the Southeast Houston residents, it's a quick, easy way to get to a water park without going all the way across town. The last one I found was Noah's Ark Park it's in Houston on West Center Drive. Now, it's really unique because it combines a neighborhood water park atmosphere with a biblical ark theme. So instead of being focused on extreme thrills, it really emphasizes family fun with the swimming and lazy rivers, that kind of thing. And it's not every water attraction needs to have all the big towers. There's plenty of
Will
those
you be able
around,
to
so
walk
this is
on
a little
water when
laid
you get done there?
back. Sir?
Will you be able to walk on water when you get done there?
Well, I'm not sure, but it might be part of one of the attractions they might want to add.
Sorry, I just had to go there.
Yeah. No, but that's some of the things you could do if you don't want to go to a water park that's got all the big commercial corporate water parks. It's got massive crowds to them. These will get you into a little bit different atmosphere.
All right, time now for a quick break on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Back with our next half hour right after this. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Sites will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963. It's the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, State Trooper Sergeant Steve Woodard from the Department of Public Safety, Texas, USA. July 4th things to watch out for on your trip to Aunt Mary's. Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, plus this week's top auto news stories. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars right over there. Jeff Zekin right here. Don Armstrong right here. David Ainsley in the bed in the back. just like Barney Fife.
He's texting plenty.
And right here behind us, who do we have behind us?
Right here behind us, we have Katie and Marco, and the famous van that Marco bought for their big road trip that they took, actually in the dead of winter, believe it or not, from Denver all the way to Toronto. And it made it, and there were no problems with it whatsoever. What'd you say, Mars?
It's all in the timing.
That's all in the timing. It's amazing that thing's got like 200,000 miles on it, and it's painted up like, a 1970s van, which it is. And they went up there, and he'd never finished the inside. It's close, just like every other guy that has a van.
A project.
I'm going to finish it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to finish it. It's got some really nice, I don't know, quarter-inch, maybe a half-inch thick plywood in it.
I've never seen it.
So they could hang the lamps or whatever back there. But anyway, they had a great time and didn't have any problems with it. Is Steve with us?
Well, he was. I think we lost him all of a sudden. He was there in all his uniform glory.
Yeah.
Let me
all right.
let me work on that. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, yeah, you work on that. I don't know how you work on that because
I think he calls him.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
So.
Okay. Yeah. You got plans for the 4th of July?
We'll probably do something. Yeah. Well, no real
at the house.
Yeah. Well, no real. We don't do fireworks or anything. We'll go probably watch them if they're in the area, but we don't light anything off. We'll probably grill something. You know the usual stuff.
I'm at a point in my life where I don't seek out fireworks anymore.
I mean, you can see them in the neighborhood. If somebody's in the park down the road or
remember I covered them in the helicopter for many, many years.
So,
thank goodness I don't have to do that this year.
We used to do it as a kid. We'd all go down. The parents would take you to go watch the fireworks.
Well, I take that back. My sister always used to take me to the fireworks, and the first one was in Waukesha, Wisconsin, because on this side of the Fox River, we had the carnival, and on the other side of the Fox River is where they blew off the fireworks.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Safety first. Speaking of safety first, did he pop back in?
No, I don't see him.
I thought he did.
I think that you're dreaming.
I'm hearing things. So,
I'm here.
Oh my God.
Oh, I'm here.
Sergeant?
I'm here.
And
I'm telling you something, fellas.
It's Sergeant
I am on
Steve.
location.
He's on location.
On location, where are you? You got the radar gun out?
Boys, I am in. I mean, if you look around, I am in God's country. And you've flown over this area. I'm in between I'm right in between Monaville, Pine Island, and Hempstead. Man, it is I got 2 cars getting ready to pass. These are the first cars I've seen in I don't know, past 2 minutes. So I'm in God's country.
Well, I sure hope that you got the dang mosquito spray out there.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, I'm glad you're on because we've been trying to contact you about your new car warranty.
Hey, so they got me. I got a new ride, so I got an unmarked. Can you see it?
Looks like
Yeah.
Looks like a Chevrolet.
It's
Beautiful.
a Chevy. Steve, you know what? Here's the problem where you are. There is no cell service there.
Don't move so fast.
Steve,
Yeah.
You want to call us back and maybe reconnect with something called AT&T or something, as opposed to the String and Cup, company that handles your internet?
I think he's moving so much. Is the
Yeah,
problem.
he's very, very quick on his feet.
No, that's not it.
All right.
I mean, even I could hear the mosquitoes going.
All right. Let's try it again, please, sir.
Yeah, I want to let you handle that. So anyway, I was going to tell you. So that was my first adventure with fireworks in Wisconsin when I was a kid. Well, that transferred here, and back in the day, there weren't as many fireworks displays around town.
I didn't have that.
But back in the day, Sharpstown Center, which was relatively new, was fantastic. And the traffic was terrible because they had this huge parking lot and everybody got in it and they blew the fireworks off. And then trying to get out of there was an absolute nightmare.
Big mess.
And then, of course, along comes Astroworld and they had fireworks every night like Disneyland does. So fireworks are not really that hard to find anymore.
Well, the baseball team, the Space Cowboys,
Stephen Woodard.
is a couple miles away from the house, and they have Friday night fireworks.
If you're using the
they play.
iPhone, make sure
Yeah.
you're
We hear
using
that. We can see
Safari.
go in the backyard. I can see some of it.
Yeah. But I think that the most fun I had was with bottle rockets.
Oh no, we never.
They were cheap, and everybody had a Coke bottle. And we found out that you didn't actually have to use the Coke
No,
bottle.
you just throw it at each other.
Yeah, you'd light it,
Yep.
and then throw it, and it would.
Danger.
And there's a video that I'm sure that everybody has seen that's online, where the guy and his wife, they're always playing pranks on one another,
I've seen some
and
of
she
that.
goes into the ladies' room, and he lights a bottle rocket and goes right underneath the bathroom
Oh,
door,
boy.
and you can see it, pow, and she screams and comes out and beats him with the bedroom slipper or whatever. It's absolutely hysterical. I still watch it and laugh at it. It's fun. But fireworks, of course, back in the day, they weren't necessarily illegal in the city of Houston, and houses would burn down because back in that day, we had wood shingle roofs. Do you remember the wood shingle roofs, Mr. Mars?
Yeah, there's a few of them still around.
Well, I'm sure. I don't know how they've survived this, but
They're out there with Woodard where there's nothing around and nobody.
probably that's probably it. Yeah, the barns are covered up with that. But at any rate, so they outlawed the wood shingles roofs, and now you can't shoot fireworks in the city. Well, good luck with that. But I remember when we first got real, honest to goodness, huge stands, and you go in there and you wait in line, and you go, I'll take that one, that one, that one, that one. And all you had was like $5-10 at the most. So you didn't get a lot, but
Never did that.
You never did that?
Never did that. No.
did you have them up in Michigan?
No. Well, I'm sure they did. We just never did that. It wasn't what we did.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, we did bottle rockets. That was my thing. Go bottle rockets. Basically, they were firecrackers that had one end opened up. And
We have a little propulsion on it.
yeah, exactly. So tons of fun. Well, that was an adventure with Steve Woodard out in the middle of nowhere with no cell service. And he's got a brand new truck, unmarked truck.
Yeah, looked pretty nice.
Well,
I like it.
so we've got the skinny on that, but the
He'll
giveaway,
take you for a ride in it if you want.
I know in the back, the giveaway on that is the front bumper. It's got that big push bumper
Yeah,
on
it's
the
got
front.
the
Yeah.
little cattle guard bush.
Thing. Yeah. But it looks pretty cool. It doesn't have any markings on it whatsoever, but I bet it's got some hidden lights on it.
But he
somewhere.
did kind of give you a GPS on where he's at. He says he's up in Hempstead.
Yeah.
So
And he said,
Hempstead,
oh,
be
here come the
careful.
first two cars that I've seen all morning.
Yeah, be careful.
There's that. See, guy
Drive
pulled
safe.
over with his black truck on the side of the road. You going, is that state trooper? No, it's not. All right. Well,
Mike's back.
Mike's back. I don't think he's not talking to us. I had something that I thought I'd throw out there because I don't want to blow all of the stories that I've got. Okay.
He's back. There he is.
I see that, but he's not talking.
There he is.
I'm here, boys. I'm
Are
just
ya?
I'm just captivated on the beauty out here. How's it going, Mike?
Mr. Mars?
It's going well.
Very good, very good. Let's get professional, guys. Let's get back on track and get serious.
Please.
I will
4th of
tell
July,
you-
Steve.
Yeah, 4th of July. I will tell you, we're in full gear right now. Obviously, FIFA. Have you heard of FIFA?
Yeah, a time or two.
Yeah, so we have 100+ troopers that are helping out doing all the FIFA festivities, which will bleed over to our 4th of July enforcement period. We just want folks to drive safe, and we just want to minimize the fatalities and crashes right here in the state of Texas. You wouldn't believe this, but there are more people visiting the state of Texas by way of survey than probably any other state here within the United States. That's obviously because of FIFA festivities and everything that we have here within the state for folks to do. And it's our responsibility to make sure that that is done not only swiftly and quickly, but we do it with the saturation of troopers from all over the points of our region. Um, this morning, I had the opportunity of speaking to a group up in Prairie View, and one of the questions was, what do I do? No offense to you, no offense to you, Brother Mars, but what do I do when I feel that I'm reaching an age to where I'm too old to drive? What do you think my answer was?
Don't drive.
Ask Don.
Well, that would be the correct answer.
That's God.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Don't drive. But a lot of times it's easier said than done. I will tell you, if you want to fight on your hands, try to take away mama's license. If you want to fight on your hands, try to take away your dad's license who has Alzheimer's. Look, these are going to have to be conversations that we have to have not only with our parents or our community, but that question came up because of a recent fatality in the community. But I did some digging. You guys will be extremely surprised how many individuals that reach that golden age when we're talking about near their 80s or whatever, they're still driving, but those cognitive skills are not there anymore. The next thing you know, we have a fatality or a major crash on our hands. So let's kind of get in the mode of checking ourselves, making sure that we check on our family members. And hey, if somebody is probably in that window to where they shouldn't be driving, we probably need to have that conversation to take that license. I will tell you the temperature right now, looking at the temperature gauge in the beautiful county of Waller County, it's already peaked at 89 degrees and climbing. Boys, we need to hydrate. The major problem that we're having at FIFA, if you want to call it a problem, is individuals not hydrating, dropping out because they're not drinking water.
And we're losing him again.
It's all good. But again, take yourself
Hey, Stephen. Steve. Yeah, we're your cell signal's dropping out again. Yeah, sorry.
I think we need to reconnect. Mr.
Yeah, you
Mars,
need to
if
stay
don't mind
safe
doing
out
that.
there and be
Yeah.
careful out there. And you
Right.
need to rehydrate. Make sure you drink plenty of water.
Yeah. We love you, man.
Be safe.
God bless. And you take care out there. Be safe.
Next time, take Don for a ride in your new truck.
Yeah, absolutely. I want that new truck ride. All right. Well, that's a shame.
It's a shame. Yeah. He was on a roll.
Yeah. Speaking of which, and you're talking about old people, of course, both of my parents have been gone for quite some time. But what ended it with my dad was I usually called him, especially on a Sunday night, Dad, how are you? And he wouldn't answer the phone. So I'm panicky. So I get on the road, go over to the house, and he's in there. And I said, Dad, what's going on? Well, just getting ready to go bowling. I said, Dad, you can't go bowling. How are you going to get there? Car? I said, you don't have a car anymore. And the reason being he didn't have a car because he did the same thing a couple of months earlier. And this was around midnight or so. He gets out in the car, headed to the bowling alley in a rainstorm and hits a tree head on. I went and saw the car after this wreck, and it really messed up his face with the airbags and everything. And it was terrible. The front end of the car, it was a Malibu. Front end of the car was all the way up to the dashboard of the car. And how he survived, I guess just the seat belt and the airbag saved him. But at any rate, so there comes a time. So he kind of took the keys away from himself. And he didn't ask for another car, and he knew that. And so I wound up, doing the grocery store runs, taking him to the doctor, taking him to whatever he needed. Mm-hmm. But it's a commitment. Mr. Mars knows all about it with his mom. How old's your mom now, Mike?
97.
She's 97.
Wow. But I had that same conversation with my father when he was 90, but he had a physical issue came up. We made him get some hand controls for the van. Either give us the keys or we put the hand controls in. And we put the hand controls in, and he drove another year or two with that. And then it was finally, okay, that you're done. Sorry. It was a tough call, just like what it talked about.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it's a good point to be made. And I know that we've got viewers that have elderly parents, and you go, at what point do you even begin to talk to them about that? Because for you, me, for all of us, we're all car lovers, and I enjoy driving, and I don't like I don't like a steering wheel that tries to drive for me. It drives me insane. So I usually turn that feature off if the car has one. But I enjoy driving, and I've been very fortunate in that I've never had a major accident, and I'm pretty good when it comes to avoiding tickets. So, for
Well,
whatever
not
that,
only do we enjoy driving, but I mean, there's also that sense of freedom as you get older, and the less you can get out and about and go do things, you start losing your ability to go across town to a friend's house. It makes it even worse. You just
yeah,
feel more restricted. So it's
yeah.
one of those things.
Yes, it is. All right, coming up, Jeff has the cruise in and events calendars, and I'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week. That's when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this 90-second break. Stay with us.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Loopy Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Loopy Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Loopy Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Loopy Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Loopy experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Loopy beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla. Eats pretty good. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show thanks you for 15 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on the local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcast, too, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Show every week. In Wheel Time airs Saturdays, 10 to noon on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And you say, well, why is he saying that? Because I'm on the air now. Well, this is also used as a podcast. And so I'm kind of focusing in on those folks that don't know about the live cast that we have.
And if you listen to a podcast, you can use us as an alibi.
Ooh.
Figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, my mind just went there for a minute, which is unusual. It doesn't really go anywhere anymore
I'm
except
going
to
to write
bed.
that down.
Yeah.
I was
You
within
used that
real
for an
time.
excuse. You've been kind of lying to Becky. Now you've got a real honest excuse. It's called the Jeff Zekin excuse.
Use an alibi.
Yeah. Of course, you missed the live show. You can catch 30-minute podcasts of this show at your favorite podcast store. Thanks for joining us today. Time now for the cruise in and events calendars. And Jeffrey has that.
All righty. These are for next weekend, 4th of July. Now, anything we're talking about, if a rain delay, I'm sure that's going to be possible. Some of these things, if it's raining in the area, but it's all based on weather. So you've got the Northampton 4th of July Golf Cart Parade and Car Show. This is at the North Crest and Glen Hill. It's a car and motorcycle lineup. It's in Houston. And what it is, it's bicycles, tricycles. It's for the kids, wagons, golf carts, alongside some of they got motorcycle static shows and things like that. So get on out there and enjoy it. Again, it's for the Northampton residents, and you call it the Residents Day. And then you got the Las Hacienda Cars and Coffee. This is at 2951 Marina Bay Drive in League City. It goes from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., right in the sweet spot. It's for cars and coffee. The event is every first Saturday of the month, and there's 5% off your bill if you attend the show. So it's free to attend. You get 5% off your coffee bill. That's pretty good. Then we got Crossroads Cruisers Car Club, Cars and Coffee. That's like the that's like the 5, 6 C's. That'd be 6 C's. Never mind.
Wait a minute. Crossroads Cruisers Car Club, Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, 6 C's.
Jeez.
That's at Frida's Cafe. Figure that
Well,
out.
it's down in Victoria.
Victoria. You would get.
I'm sure that
Mayor Bobby down there.
Yeah, those guys.
He's all part of that. It takes place every Saturday for 11 a.m. It's on Navarro Street, North Navarro Street.
Well, that's the street.
In Victoria. Then you got the Woodlands Cars and Coffee for Cruise Charity Car Display. Say that fast. It's in spring. It's at 9595 Six Pines Drive. It goes from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. It is in the Woodlands, and it's sponsored by the Woodlands.
How can it be in the spring and the Woodlands?
It says spring. So, well,
it's a big event.
They actually move around. They have it in the Woodlands, and then they do it in the spring too.
Okay.
So this is their event. It's a 501c3 nonprofit supporting families for affected things of loss of parents and suicide and stuff like that. So get out there and support them if you could. And then you got July 5th, the Sunday. It's a boat and car show. Check this out. It's in Atascocita. It's Atascocita Road, I should say, 10614. It's in Huffman, Texas. And it takes place Lake Houston Brewery in Huffman, which is northeast of the
I
lake.
didn't know Lake Houston had a brewery.
Yeah, well, it's northeast.
They got
of
plenty
the
of
lake.
water.
Yeah, they do. That's where they get to make the brew from the water. The event, not really.
Kind
The
of
event
muddy.
features classic cars, modern builds, custom boats, along with live music, food, and cold beer. Mike, cool. Trophies will be awarded. It's a $20 entry fee, and you get a raffle ticket to win a tow tube. That'd be great.
What was the name of that beer that they had in New Orleans? It doesn't exist anymore. They made it from the muddy Mississippi,
I have no
and
idea.
it tasted awful.
I have no idea.
Tasted like mud.
Yeah, pretty much.
Tasted like Schlitz.
Matter of fact, I think that there's a shopping mall or something in the old brewery there.
They don't make Schlitz anymore.
No.
No. I think what happened, they left the window and the Schlitz hit the fan is what it was.
You know, it's funny because when I was living in Wisconsin, Schlitz was like the beer.
Yeah. It's like
It wasn't Miller, it was Schlitz.
Yeah. It's like what's the one RGB?
Oh, Blue Ribbon.
Blue Ribbon, Pabst Blue Ribbon, yeah, PRG, PBR.
PBR.
Yeah, something like that.
You're getting there.
I know.
There's a couple
A, B,
more
C,
letters in
D,
the
E,
alphabet you
F,
haven't got.
XYZ
MOUSE, all of that.
is a BMF.
That's a bicycle, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right. How about some news headlines?
All right.
You guys ready?
All right.
Tesla, again, has the most American-made vehicle. Let me say that again. Tesla is the most American-made vehicle. The sixth straight year, the electric vehicle manufacturer has topped the annual Cars.com rankings. The Model 3 sedan and Model Y crossover held the top two spots in the 2026 Cars.com American-Made Index, buoyed by Tesla's higher percentage of domestic parts content and U.S. assembly employment, researchers said. Yet, even as Tesla continues its dominance, one of its vehicles has led the index every year since 2021. The presence of EVs generally is shrinking, though. The number of EVs that made the 2026 list fell by more than half to 5 from 11. The number of hybrids on this year's list, however, is just one fewer than a year ago, even though car sales overall are down. A year ago, 6 of the top 10 were EVs. Consumers often assume American brands will top American-made lists, according to the spokesperson, but most now are international brands. Japan's Toyota and Honda had the most vehicles on the 2026 index at 14 and 13, respectively. A group representing major automakers warned June 23rd that car companies may be forced to halt sales of both new and used vehicles in California this week, July 1st, unless the state delays vehicle technology rules that aim to prevent perpetrators of domestic violence from tracking survivors. What? How convoluted? I get it, but really? The Alliance for Automotive Innovation, which represents GM, Toyota, Hyundai, and most other automakers, said unless a legislative proposal is signed into law by July 1st, there is substantial risk that auto sales in California will be suspended. Jack Nerad, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
The group said automakers are implementing the domestic violence victim protections required under the 2024 law, but compliance with some elements of the law is impossible this year. The 24 California law requires automakers to set up a clear process for drivers to submit a copy of a restraining order or other documentation and request termination of another driver's remote access within 2 business days. It's also mandated that car makers enable drivers to easily turn off location access from inside the vehicle.
Wow.
Because your car, all these new cars that I drive, they know where the car is all the time because it's connected.
And you can see it under the hood. There's a little green light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mike previewed this.
That's
Mike
part of the
previewed this.
GPS system that helps the guidance systems that are built into the car. You know, where are you
Exactly.
at, where you're going, and all that.
Yeah, your GPS. Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
and if you start turning off stuff, you're going to turn off more stuff than what you want. At least my understanding.
And
Well, you found that out through AVG.
and you start turning
Still
off stuff. It's
finding
going
out.
to affect the performance of the vehicle too, because I was told that don't mess with it. Through the dealer, of course, because they want to track that and they want to know all this other stuff, speed, and I don't like it.
Well, Big Brother's
it's
watching.
necessary,
but I don't like it.
Yeah, but I
Big
don't know
Brother's
how
wa-
you can go in and say this one car out of the millions of cars that are on the road, we're going to turn this off. So one person, this physical violence person that you've got a
Knucklehead,
court
yeah.
order against, can't track you. Well, my question would be, how can you track him to begin with?
They're cutting off ankle monitors.
Well, you can go to any auto parts store and get a tracker and stick it underneath somebody's car and
magnet.
track them all over the world.
Yeah, but then how are you going to turn their phone off that also has trackers in it?
Well, I was just going to say, because now there is an app that you can buy that on your phone you can track. I can track where you are, Mars, just by your phone number. If you got your phone on you, I know where you are.
It's the 360
Really?
thing. They have that for kids too.
Well, but
If a
there's
child
one
has
you
a
got to
phone.
put it in there, but I didn't realize that, like Don's saying, he could take that app and put my phone number in it, and he could watch where I'm going.
I know where you are.
Man.
Well, there's another wrinkle to that, and it's like, wow.
And just before you sit down, there's a on the door.
Yeah. Hey, man, stick them up. I saw you just went to the bank.
Got it?
Yeah. Well, I just
Yeah.
saw that you left your house, so now I know the house is empty.
Oh,
There
that
you go.
too. Sure.
True, yeah.
Hey, another story. As the artificial intelligence boom continues, auto industry companies are competing with tech giants for access to memory chips, a shift that is driving up costs and triggering structural changes to the supply chain. Just as automakers lean into the software-defined vehicle transition, spot prices for a type of in-demand memory called DRAM skyrocketed about 450% from September of last year to January of this year. September, October, November, December, January. 4 months? According to a May report from the consulting firm Kearney, DRAM is key to enabling over-the-air updates, advanced driver assistance systems, autonomy, infotainment, and other functions for advanced vehicles that consumers increasingly expect. Automakers have already reported millions of dollars in losses tied to the shortage of these important pieces of hardware. Stay tuned. All right. We'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We'll back after this brief message.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your save the paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See this state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Sites will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963.
From our Dual City studios in Texas, USA, it's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, we hope to talk to Pike Peak Hill climber, driver of the Big Bird, Ben Ryan. There's a lot of B's in that.
I had a lot of C's.
We'll find out if he really is nuts. Jeff has the Motor Minute, and I'll review the 2026 all-new Subaru Trailseeker EV. Bet you didn't know about that
No.
one. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin, Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this fine, hot Saturday. Mr. Mars, do we have Ben? We don't even have Mr. Mars.
No.
All right. Well,
well.
I don't know what to do.
I don't either.
What'd you say, Mike? I think your microphone is off, sir. I can't hear a word that he's
sorry.
saying.
I had to unmute. I'm chasing down Ben, who's in Colorado. And anyway,
On the mountain.
on the mountain, hopefully. That's, yeah.
And not down the mountain.
Or, yeah.
Okay. So your turn.
Tag, you're
My
it.
turn?
Tag,
Yeah.
you're it.
Well, great.
I know you got something for us.
Yeah, all right. I got automotive history. I got Don's car review.
Do you have your tap shoes on, Mike?
Dun, dun, dun,
No,
dun.
I got
No,
my
those
tennis shoes
not.
on.
No, wait a minute. No, those are the slippers, and that's not what I was talking about.
Come on, let's see it, Tiny Dancer.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Tutu on.
So,
Well, we'll let you go ahead and track him down. I think that what you're talking about is just what we were talking about, and that is the fact that these cars with their always connected policies now.
Mine's CarPlay.
Yeah.
Mine is CarPlay.
And so I think that what we need to do is we need to put one of those on Ben Ryan's car.
well, yeah. I know he's an hour behind us, but he's not. That's as far as he is. So,
Well, have you talked to his boss?
Well, I just talked to Richard.
That's his boss.
His boss.
Yeah, I just talked to Richard, and Richard said a few expletives that I'm not going to repeat on the air.
Oh, go
Yeah.
ahead. Why
Come
not?
on.
How about just beep and then beep? How's that?
That's good.
Beep,
All right.
beep, beep.
I'll be
All
right
right.
back.
Okay, thank you. Golly. All right, so I put this story away, and this isn't going to involve you. So when we get Ben
not?
back, it's going to involve you. So when he gets back, we're not going to have time for him.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
5 things to know about tires.
Oh, boy.
Number 1,
They're round.
nope, speak the language.
Oh, yeah. Aspect ratio, tread depth.
Codes on
Good luck.
passenger car tire
Yep.
sidewall. Might as well be Egyptian hieroglyphics.
Yeah.
But you know how to define those. So talk to us. Let's
Well,
see.
There's a DOT.
You want to start over here?
Well,
Treadwear-
Excuse me. I can't see.
Over here.
We have Ben's.
No, the treadwear traction, the temperature gauge, grades. That actually is being revised. There was an article that they're changing that, but they don't know how to do it to make it more easy speak, not lawyer language, but there he is right there. But easier to understand for the consumer.
Okay, we're
There
gonna
he is. Yep,
continue this.
Absolutely.
All right.
Ben,
All right. Ben, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How you guys doing?
Where in the hell have you been, Ben?
Sorry, I'm slacking this morning.
Yeah, I'll say. Listen, we go by the clock, buddy. You can't be late.
Yeah, and you got to be on Texas time.
Yeah. And
My
not only
apologies.
that, but Richard says you're in some deep doo-doo now.
yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So, I when I knew that you were going to be on with us, I thought, so we're going to talk to the man that just got out of the insane asylum. Who in his right mind would go as fast as he could possibly go up the side to a mountaintop in Colorado called Pikes Peak? Who do that? At what point in your life did you say, I want to do that?
You know, I'd been going up there as a kid with my dad, and it was always kind of a dream of ours to get up there on that hill. And as you know, it's kind of an invite only and kind of a hard race to get into. And so I applied for 7 years and was declined. So I was slowly building my resume up enough to finally get accepted in my 8th year to compete up there. And then as wild as it is, there's nothing else like it in the world. So once you do it once, you're just kind of hooked.
So
Not
it's
me.
kind of like a bad drug.
Yeah, that is my choice of drug for sure.
Well, I can certainly understand. I mean, How high do you want to get? I mean, seriously though. So how at what is the top speed that you could get anywhere on that course up to the top of Pikes Peak? What's the fastest you can go?
Yeah, I mean it varies on what car you're driving, but I mean
Well, we're
you're
talking
well.
about the Big Bird that you just got out
Yeah,
of.
the
Big Bird.
Roadrunner.
Yeah, Big Bird. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's hard to tell. I didn't have a thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if we weren't clocking 120, 130 in some of the straightaways.
Alrighty.
You are crazy. What did your dad say? Son, I told you.
No, his dad said faster.
Apparently. So, all right.
Yeah.
So, so there's no guardrail. And I
Yeah.
know that on that mountain, at some points of that mountain climb, that it is right straight down. There's no, oh, it's just, if you lose control and go over the edge, it's not that big a deal. You only drop a couple 100 feet. No, it's like 1,000 feet.
Yeah, there are some areas where there's no margin for error, and if you do make that mistake, the consequences are pretty catastrophic for not only you but definitely the car. So
Well, so
So,
okay,
Ben-
so I have to ask this: does that ever even enter your mind at all when you're doing this race?
no, it's kind of wild the comfort level you get to. The more runs you make up that hill, the more comfortable you get, and that's just something that can't really enter your mind. You really got to be very focused, very sharp. You got to be, hitting your apexes. You got to be hitting your break points, and you got to know where you're at on that course. A lot of those corners can blend into each other, and it's easy to mistake one with another, and that's where a lot of mistakes get made. So you have to really know the course, which is hard to do with 156 turns and 12 miles and 5,000 feet of elevation change. So for me, doing it my third year now, you kind of get familiar with every crack and every bump on that course. So and that's important to have so that you don't make those types of mistakes.
So
My-
this
my-
is your third year. The previous 2 years, what were you driving?
Yeah, so the first year I ever drove, I did a Mini Cooper, which was front wheel drive. We went up and took that car up. We held the record for fastest Mini Cooper up the hill. And then my second year, I drove an Audi TT-RS, which is an all-wheel drive platform, which was kind of unique. And then this year we drove Big Bird, which was a rear-wheel drive platform and a whole nother animal. So,
Yeah,
um,
1968 Roadrunner, full
2
size
tons.
bodied car.
yeah,
On a
yes.
NASCAR chassis.
Yes, and she was a handful. She's a rowdy little car. Richard and the team at Apex Auto Works did an amazing job mating those two together and making it's a big rocket ship going up that hill.
So it's good balance going up.
Yeah, no, if really comfortable, really predictable car, with that NASCAR power plant and that thing screaming out to 8,500 RPMs and, having 800 horsepower to the wheels at my disposal. It was a fun car. We had teamed up with Kumo Tire this year, and we were working with them on developing a tire, and that was a lot of fun working with them. So, really, it was just throwing that car around. It kind of brought back to more of the dirt driving style, swinging that rear end around to get it to pivot around those tight corners, and then the high speed stuff. That car stayed extremely planted, and gave us the ability to have a really good fun run up that hill.
So, in looking at it, what do you do to prepare? Are you a runner? Do you do any kind of like other athletic things to get in shape for the altitude change and tossing that Big Bird around up those hills? What do you do to prepare for this personally?
Yeah, personally, it requires a little bit of sim time, and we get such limited time, up there on the hill getting familiar with the car. So it's kind of one of those things you kind of learn as you go. Obviously, I'm a Colorado native here and I grew up in the mountains. And so a lot of these other teams and individuals that come to Colorado, the elevation really bothers them. But for me, it's not a big deal. It doesn't faze me at all. So I'm lucky in that aspect that I don't have to deal with some of the other things some of the other drivers have to overcome. So, for me being here, yeah, it's just keeping my mind sharp. And yeah, we like to stay in shape with things because, I mean, at the end of that run, my arms and everything was pretty toast. That was a pretty intense run going up there with the concentration level and the physicality behind driving a car like that up the mountain.
Are
How
you a full-time racer?
I do race quite a bit. I'm not as heavily active as I want to be. Richard and I kind of, now that Big Bird's together and sorted, we're talking about going on to a bigger schedule with that car and taking it out a lot more. So we're really excited about that. So I would kind of call myself more of a part-time racer right now, but it looks like the way things are leading and how Big Bird performed up on the hill this year, that's going to lead into a lot more opportunities and different events and things that we want to go conquer as well. We're not just focused on a hill climb. That's a big part of it, but we want to go out there and start checking some boxes at some of these other events.
so the run up the hill you were just talking about? How long was it? How long did it take you to make that run up the hill?
Yeah, Big Bird did a 12-minute time up the hill this year, which I feel is pretty remarkable for that car and our first time out in it and what it did. Obviously with a new car, doesn't matter what kind of car it is. You're gonna have growing pains, especially when the crazy build Richard ended up doing, putting a Roadrunner body over a NASCAR, which is kind of unheard of. It was a pretty remarkable feat. So I think we definitely laid down a respectable time. Was there a lot of time left in that run? There was, but we also decided that we were going to go up there and kind of put a fan on for the shows. So we sacrificed a little bit of our time, doing some cool burnouts and drifting some corners and, just having fun and bringing back that old school muscle back up to Pikes Peak. It's been a category that's been gone for so long. And so a lot of people could really relate to this car from the early history of the hill climb and seeing a car like that up there. So it was a really unique opportunity. And, next year we're really excited to get back and really get after it.
What did the tire company take away from this?
Yeah, we helped them with a lot of tire development. Obviously, Big Bird being as big of a car it was, our tires kind of wore and did things differently than a lot of other teams. And just overall, the power we had in my driving style is kind of unique to going up there. So we did a lot of research with them. We were on a 200 tread wear tire this year. So grip was, questionable at times. And you were always walking that fine line of where your grip level was at with that. So they're talking about taking what we learned from this and the data and carrying it over and bringing a slick out there next year for us, which,
Wow.
I think that'll be a huge deal for that car going up the hill, having,
A 12
some
miles
proper
on
grip.
12
Yeah.
miles on a pair of slicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said it's 12,000 feet in 12 minutes. You said he had a 12-minute run, and it's a
Yeah,
12
we did a
elevation.
12-minute run. We start at 9,000 feet and we finish at about 14,200 feet. So you're climbing 5,000 feet of elevation over a course of 156 turns in about 12 minutes. So
In 12 minutes. Yeah, that's pretty quick in my book.
yeah, normal drive up that hill if you're in a passenger car is an hour and 30 to hour and 45 minutes. So
Well, it may be that on the clock, but in your mind, you're going, it's 5 hours up there,
No.
white knuckling it like I
And
did
then
all
you
the way up to
you
the
have to
top.
stop and change your clothes on
Underwear,
the way up. There
mainly.
you go.
yeah, you have a couple of those moments going up that hill. I think as drivers, we all do. It's just so unpredictable, and the mountain changes so fastly. It can get cold overnight, and the dirt underneath the road, like a bump, might not be there one day, and the next day you go run that same line, and there's a bump there all of a sudden. So
Do
that's what makes it so unique.
do team owners actually reach out to you because they're looking for a driver like Richard did, apparently?
Yeah, well, Richard and I, we have a unique relationship. We met up on the hill climb my first year I was racing, and then we were talking one day about he asked me if there's any car I could ever build to go up the hill, and ironically, I said a 1968 Plymouth Roadrunner because it was the first car my dad and I had built, and the first year I got accepted for the race, I had my dad set to fly out to watch us fulfill our dream, and the Friday before the race, my dad unfortunately passed away to cancer and never got to come up and see me race. So and then
Shame.
obviously the ties with Richard and his dad having this car in their family, it being their first kind of car, and so him having one is what triggered all this after that conversation one day up on the hill. And we got this wild idea. let's take a drag car and go do 156 turns and go run Pikes Peak. So that's what we did. Richard and them, over there at Apex Auto Works, pulled off an incredible feat in the timeline we had getting that car together so that we could run that thing up the hill.
So now what's next for you, right? We're kind of running out of time here. What's next for you?
Richard and I are talking about that right now. Right now, we're looking at possibly going out to the Virginia City Hill Climb in Nevada next with the car. So we got a few things we need to sort out on the car, but we have a few things coming down the pipeline. But that's one that looks like it's coming up a little sooner than later, and it's on our radar right now to go run another hill climb event.
Well, it's a real pleasure to talk to you. You're a very smart guy, and I see big things happening.
Courageous.
You know what? I see NASCAR in your future, sir. And I know, laugh if you will, but you've got the gift of gab, and you know how to do it, and you do it well. Thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate you.
Thank you, gentlemen. It was a pleasure being on the show today. Appreciate your time.
Thanks so
Be
much.
safe.
Thank you.
Ben Ryan with the 68 Plymouth Roadrunner, Big Bird from Apex Auto Works, making it up the mountain.
Don't
All
call
right,
him
just ahead, Jeff's,
Courageous.
So I'll say. Just ahead, Jeff's Motor Minute and a review of the all-new Subaru Trailseeker when the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this 90-second break. Stay with us.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Loopy Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Loopy Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Loopy Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Loopy Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Loopy experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Loopy beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In-Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In-Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In-Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out.
Join us for the live version of the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show every Saturday at our regular time, 10 to noon Central on InWheelTime.com, YouTube, and Facebook. Or you can always grab a 30-minute podcast of our show from your favorite podcast store. It's free and absolutely wonderful. Time now for the Motor Minute. Jeffrey?
Yeah, this is amazing because it's going to kind of bleed into your recalls. But Ford just went from recall nightmare to America's highest quality car brand. After years of battling a reputation marred by record-setting vehicle recalls, Ford Motor Company has officially secured gold standard in automotive reliability, according to the newly released 2026 U.S. Initial Quality Standards by J.D. Power. Now, this article, what happened there?
Don't worry about
this article. It talks about the J.D. Power methodology. They took 100 vehicles the first 90 days of ownership, and there were no problems to secure any other award. But they go through these things. The Blue Oval comeback story. How did an automaker that recalled over 20 million vehicles between April of 2025 and April of 2026 manage such a dramatic reversal? Well, it's all in the numbers, and that's all how they report the numbers, the successful awareness and all this good stuff that they're talking about, the lag indicators and generations of Fords. So the article to me was deceiving, but J.D. Powers does those kind of things. You kind of have to pay to play. Right after that article I read and did all the things about it, there was another one that says Ford recalls continue to cripple the brand. It was the next article. And
There it is.
There it is. So they're talking 1.2 million vehicles this year, including 255,000 Focus models, failed to fix and all that. So the articles that you read about these things, they go either way, and it depends on who writes them, and it depends on who they're about.
Yeah, and how much money they're getting from other people to
or
do
how much they paid to get the award.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a survey. Ask the question to elicit the answer you want.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like we had this person on, I don't know, a couple of years ago on our show, and it was basically a run down the list of all of the popular cars and what you think of them,
Mhm.
what she thought of them.
Yeah.
Nobody else
Yep.
was questioned.
Yep.
It's just what she thought of them.
Mhm.
I was hot.
Well, JD Powers is you have them do a survey or whatever survey company, Survey Monkey does these things, and they get all this data and they combine all the data and they say, we have the data. Okay, can I have it? Sure. Here's the bill for the data, and you have to pay to get your data. So, and then you get your award. So it's a pay to play.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's kind of like all the kids playing soccer. Everybody gets a blue ribbon.
Yeah. Or you go into a hotel and you see all these little JD Power trophies on the counter. It's a pay to play. They didn't earn those; they paid for them.
Yeah. Well,
That's my little beef.
there's that. Time now for this hour's car review. I had the opportunity to drive the all-new 2026 Subaru Trailseeker. You're going, what? It's all brand new. It's built in Japan, and it comes in these 3 trim levels: premium, limited, and touring. I had the premium, entry level, all-wheel drive. This is a mid-size electric vehicle. 2 rows of seating for 5 passengers, including the driver. Exterior changes, obviously. It's all new for 2026. Body shape is great. Bulging fenders give it an off-road look. Black plastic wheel openings add to the boldness, but they also edge into the front bumper. I'm not really too keen on that, but it's one of those things that some people just, that makes no difference to me. Or other people will say, oh, it's not too bad. It doesn't appeal to me, but whatever. Rear lighting runs across the complete hatch into the rear fenders, which is kind of cool. It does have a taller stance than a regular Subaru, and it is noticeable. What I liked about it, the overall design is spot on. Again, what could use improvement? Front wheel opening, black plastic incorporated now into part of the front fascia. It, to me, overwhelms the side view of it, if I'm going to be picky. And I am. Interior highlights, 2 screens. One for instruments is too far from the driver, in my opinion, and too small. Needs to be bigger. Infotainment screen is big, and it works well with the tech borrowed from Toyota, of all things. Dual phone chargers next to each other up underneath the dash and the center console. Now, let me just say this about that. If you have to have 2 of them charging at the same time, couldn't you put one on a plug and save the space for something else? One lay down phone charger is one, whatever the case may be. Seating is comfortable. The second row legroom can be a little tight, but it's not that big of a deal because what it does, it leads to a huge cargo area, up to 74 cubic feet back there when you put the second seat down. What I liked about it, it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It is integrated into the system, unlike some other car makers that said, nah, we're not going to put that in there anymore. Or another car maker that says, who needs AM radio?
Uh-oh.
Boo. What could use improvement? Few knobs and or switches instead of screen controls would be nice for the major components in it. HVAC, radio, those sorts of things. Now, this is a 2-motor, 375 horsepower, all electric with a range of 281 miles. Now, that doesn't seem like a lot, and it really isn't in comparison to some of the other vehicles out there. But, you know, when you buy one of these, you're going to buy it for its purpose. You like the way it looks,
Mm-hmm.
you like the all-wheel drive, you like the electric part of it, and you'll deal with the 281 miles of range that it gives you. Tows up to 3,500 pounds. Miles per gallon, well, There's none of that. But my 40-mile commute to work used 12% of its full charge,
That's
if
not
that gives
bad,
you
is
an
it?
idea.
I mean, is it good?
Average? 12%. Well, the batteries aren't that big, so it is what it is.
But I think your purpose-driven is good too.
Yeah. And the fact that, if you do it the right way, you get to work, you plug it in, it's full at the end of the day when you're ready to come home. Same thing when you get home, you plug it in. There's a lot of plugging. And if you're into that sort of thing and it doesn't bother you, good for you. What I liked about it, the power, plenty of it. What could use improvement? How about a hybrid option?
Yeah.
Just
you're
saying,
plugging, yeah.
Is there such a thing? I don't know. Can you take an all-electric vehicle and make it a gasoline hybrid? I don't know. But I like the body style. I like the way it looks. I like it overall. Ride and handling. Ride is excellent. What could use improvement? Didn't take it off-road, but expect there are some limitations to it. But who's to say? I mean, I'm not an off-road expert, so don't ask me. Base trim price on this, $41,445. Price is tested $41,840. Base model price, $39,995. Competitors, the Hyundai Ioniq 5 is $35,000.
Okay.
Tesla Model Y, $39,900. And Mustang Mach-E, I was kind of surprised at this, $37,795 is the entry level.
Right in the middle there.
Yeah.
But you know what you get with the Tesla. You don't really know, future with this one.
I don't know anybody that owns a Mustang Mach-E. I think
I
that
do.
they had these. Do you?
Yeah. Buddy Todd Sheldon up in Colorado, so he's got one.
Does he like it?
I believe so, sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure he does. He's a Ford guy. Yeah, he has to.
Well, he doesn't have to,
Yeah, he
but
does.
yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying.
You know what I like about that car, that review in those pictures? I love that steering wheel. That steering wheel in that car is cool.
That kind of squared off.
Yeah, flat top, flat bottom.
That seems to be the
I
trend
know.
these days.
I was thinking, what you're doing, I was like, how do I get one of those?
Hey, we could retrofit it in your Buick.
I can do it.
I know. Yes, you can.
can do
Let's
it.
see, a crowbar and a hammer. It's all we need.
Nah, you just need a couple of pipe and maybe a wrench.
Something like
You'll
that.
get it, yeah.
Coming up next week, I'm going to review the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Mr. Mars,
Right.
I know that you're looking forward to that. Has probably one of the most beautiful interiors ever known to man. Wow. So stay tuned for that.
All right.
Mr. Mars, are you in a trance over there?
I think he is.
You're just kind of looking off in the distance. Is my thought process resonating with you?
No, I was listening to
No.
it, particularly what you were talking about, maybe making a hybrid out of it. And I thought that would be interesting. I can visualize if it's two motors, they're on the rear wheels. You talk about a pain to do, but they could probably do it. They can do what they want to do.
Richard could do it.
Yeah, we'll get Richard to do it.
That's it. There you go.
Mike, you'll eat it.
Yeah, yeah. That's the next
Richard will do
project
it.
down at Apex
There you
Auto
go.
Works. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, send us an email. The address is info@nwheeltime.com. We're back after this quick break. Stay with us.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your save the paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Sites will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963. You've
You've got the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We got this week's Ford recall list, and our ever popular Guess What the Hemmings car sold for. Plus, Jeff has the racing calendar, Mr. Mars has This Week in Auto History, and I'll have some stories making automotive news this week. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars over there in Leaderville. We need more Jeff Zekin always. Chief Engineer David Ainsley, who's getting ready to wing his way up to the UP.
Yeah. He's got an island up there he goes to, his own island.
His own island, that's right. Ainsley Island.
Ainsley Island.
That's it. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us on this Saturday for our live show. If you're listening on a podcast, thank you very much. We appreciate you around the world. All right. Time now for the recalls and guess what the Hemmings car sold for. So let's start with Don, the recalls. Yes?
Yeah, one thing. We're having trouble with our Facebook channel. We've got a couple of other Facebooks, but you can also pick us up on YouTube if you're trying to see the video of the live show. For some reason, I'm working on it, but Facebook's not connected anymore.
Well, do.
Well, that's not exactly what I said, but close enough.
What did you say, Mike? If was it worse than what do?
Beep.
Yeah, that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's just great to know. Thank you, Facebook. For
while you're doing the recalls, I'm going to step away and see if I can do something.
Please do.
And another thing, while you're doing that, Mike, I can't pull up your driving desk, your motor minute, or not your motor. Your next segment, I can't see it on the screen.
Well,
okay. Well, you guys work on that.
Yeah,
you go away, Mike. All right. So here are the recalls this week, and it's mainly Ford Motor. No, it's all Ford Motor Company. Seriously. Yeah. It's all Ford Motor Company. And I don't have anything against Ford. No. I didn't do this.
Yeah, well, they just got a J.D. Power Award.
Yeah. So let's start with this. Ford F-150, 2018 to 2020. Daytime running lights may not dim. That's being recalled. All of these are recalls. Window automatic reversal system malfunction and the Ford Escape. You ain't escaping from that.
Well,
the 2017 model year.
That's a safety feature in case someone's got their arm or a kid's in the way.
How about this one? Unintended vehicle movement. What exactly does that mean? Is it a herky-jerky kind of thing?
Could be a lurch, put it in park, maybe it moves. I don't know.
Well, that would be the Ford F-150 for 2018. Transmission clutch may fracture and leak fluid on the Ford Focus and Ford Fusion, 2013 through 2018, 5 years.
Okay, so these are older models.
Some.
Yeah.
Steering wheel hands-off detection alerts may fail in the Lincoln Nautilus for 2019. Good. Unexpected downshift can cause loss of control in the F-150 for 2014.
They just had that recently, too, on another model. If you're keeping score at home, that's a repeat.
Yeah. Well, not in the same vehicle.
No, not the same vehicle. Same issue, different model.
Yep. Thought you'd like those. So that's the recall list. Okay. Now it's time to
he's away and he's got the giddy up for that.
Oh, he does have the giddy up for that.
He's got that. So and he's away.
All right. Well, we're going to hold on to this old car roundup for a few minutes until he returns, I think.
If I could get to it, I could do it, but the screen is a little different. Yeah. There he is.
Mr. Mars, do you happen to have the sold car roundup available?
Yeah, it's ready.
Oh,
ready.
All right, are you ready? Okay, so we're going to do that then.
All right.
Sign in, everybody. We're ready to go.
Okay, so everybody waits for this, and this is a fun feature that we came up with, and we hope you'll like it. So these are cars that sold on the online auction that Hemmings has every week. You could actually sell your car on here as well. And we try to pick some of the classics and some of the unique vehicles that show up on here. So the first up this morning is going to be if I could turn the page, the 1986 Chevrolet K10. There it is. An 86 Chevy K10, what we call a square body. It's the two-door because that's all they had back then. How much do you think that sold car sold for? 86 Chevy K10. I don't know how many miles it's got on. We're not going to get all that detail, but it looks like it's very well kept. Nice paint job. It's got some aftermarket tires and wheels on it. Chrome bumper. It's got an overrider on the front of it. Under the hood, looks pretty good to me.
Okay, I'm going to say my price, so don't give me any feedback on this.
All
I'm
right.
going to go 12 grand.
12 grand. Who else is joining us today?
Heitzman says 15, and Mr. Lusk and company say 37K.
Oh,
Interesting.
he must have one.
Well, I have to tell you that Mr. Lusk is closer than anybody else.
Oh,
This truck sold for $24,045.
wow.
So
Impressive.
yeah, it's a little pricey for me, but I would
too.
buy that truck. I could see myself driving.
Not for that much.
Well, no, that's what I said.
Yeah. Right. Barrett Jackson is running this weekend, and they're in Cincinnati, Ohio. Cleveland, Ohio, I believe.
Yeah,
I watched
Mr.
a
Lusk
little bit
says
of the
that,
home
I
of
guess
the-
one of them sold at Barrett Jackson for 100K
Yep.
last night.
Jeez.
See there, he's watching it
Jeez.
too.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, Jeff, a 1941 Cadillac 61.
Look at that, baby.
Look at that. And
That's-
it's got blacked out regular steel wheels with wide whites on it. It looks super clean. It's a two-door, isn't it? I think it's a two-door.
Yes, two-door.
It's not the body style that I would go for. It certainly is a look, and it would look really good on the Hot Rod Tour of Texas.
yeah, but-
so how much do you think that 41 Caddy 61 would cost?
Gosh, it's got too much mods on it. Hard to guess with the paint and everything, the wheels. I'm gonna go 21,000.
21,000.
Mm-hmm.
And
Lusk family says
And
30.
is that a flathead V8 in it?
It kind of looks
Yes.
like one, yeah.
It is
It
a
is.
flathead. So it's probably got a factory original flathead in it, I assume.
so
I'm not
Flatheads in a
familiar with the
41 Ford?
41
I
Cadillac
don't know either.
and the engine options that it had.
and looking at the rest of the engine compartment, I'd say it's original. Now, this
Yeah.
Mr. Adams on here is actually Mr. Ainsley. He's incognito.
I see. Well, it sold for $6,000.
Well, come on now.
$6,000, Jeff. That's what it sold for.
I could see that. Yeah,
Wow.
'cause it's. Yeah, I could see that. 'Cause it's just
It's a little bit too much. I think that I would tone it down a little bit.
Exactly.
I think that I'd put
Exactly.
me some, Krager SS's on or something on it and get those.
Go a little bit milder than that. Looks more gaudy.
All right.
Well,
Next
it's not
up.
real popular.
Right.
Next up is the 1986 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. It's had some mods to it. That's certainly not a stock hood, I don't think. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clean looking. It's nice looking, I think. I think, I'm not big on oversized wheels in the back, but whatever the case may be.
96?
86. 86.
Okay, I'm going to go 12
You got
grand
the-
again.
Velour interior.
I could do velour.
I'm wearing velour right now.
Yeah.
We got
Underwear.
one at 17 from the Lusk family.
Yeah.
Mr. Lusk.
Anybody else?
I think they're in shock.
On the 41 Caddy. There's
Yeah,
the probably.
probably. So this car sold for
Oh,
$15,225.
there you go.
See, now I would do that. The
I'd change
problem
the
is,
hood.
and here's my problem. Back in the day, I bought a 1957 Chevrolet pickup truck. Had lots of modifications on it. It was a rust bucket. I mean, it was rusting through in the cab, and it wasn't perfect. It was okay. It was turd brown, and I didn't really care about that. Had an extra gas tank in it. I didn't care about that. Had an air conditioning system hanging underneath the dashboard. I didn't care about any of that. I was just looking for an extra ride. But I've wound up spending more time getting the thing and keeping it running on the road because I was working on the Corvette at the time. So that was something that you got to keep in mind when you get one of these cars. All right, next up, the number 4 car is a 2005.
What did you? Oh, you sold it for 7. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. Go ahead.
This is a 2005 Chevrolet SSR. And in 2005, when this came out, we thought, wow, that is really cool. And they had to bring out tooling that they used on the 1950s pickup trucks to make those fenders and those curves in it, which I thought was different and
Give you
interesting.
$1.
Once I drove it, it was unimpressive. It has a hardtop convertible roof that folds down into behind the seat.
I'll give you 19 for it, and that's too much. 19.
I have a friend of mine that has one, and good luck on that. The engine is weak. It has no power whatsoever, but it looks cool. This shows an Indy 500. Did it ever pace the Indy 500? I don't know.
I think it
Got
did
an
with the
Indy-
logos.
Yeah. Anyway, how much did it sell for?
We got one at 34,000.
Yeah.
Mr. Lusk, and then Mr. Ainsley apparently is not very impressed.
You know, I'm kind of leaning towards David there, but I said 19, and that's a little high.
And
It's my book.
Mr. Heitzman, where did Jeff go?
29. Ooh.
Let me just say this. It sold for $42,000.
Oh, Lord.
All I can think of is if this is a Pace truck, it must be an original, and it must be low miles, and it must be worth $42,000.
No, thank you.
I wouldn't pay anywhere near that.
Don't like the color.
It's not for me.
Well,
All right, next up.
Got
A
the big
nine-
logos on the door.
Yep.
Okay. Next up, a 1966 Ford Bronco.
Oh, boy.
Now, you know, Ford didn't spend a lot of money on this thing when they built it. It was to compete against the Jeep Wrangler. And this is a 66 model. I know that they're hot right now with the ones that are left that are decent. This, I think, has had a complete restoration, if that's any tip-off
Yeah.
into how much
All right.
that this car sold for.
I opened my wallet. A moth flew out of it, and I'm going to go 50 grand.
50,000. Anybody else?
Mr. Lusk thinks a little bit more of it. He's up at 78.
Yeah.
But also, I didn't
gonna be
know
high.
if they were.
Spit it out, Mike.
Well, I had something pop up on blocked in my deal, and I couldn't see what I was looking for, Mr. Heitzman there.
9 grand
And
for
then,
my.
but there's also a company that's building these brand.
Yeah, I
new.
know.
Yeah.
I know they are. And they charge an arm and a leg. And guess what? This one sold for the arm and 2 legs at $141,750.
The Lusk family and I are going to put our money together, and we're going to buy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either.
Okay, next up, a 1968 Mercury Cougar. You know, I just learned recently that this is not a redo of the Ford Mustang
No.
in a Mercury. No,
It's a separate.
it's a completely separate
Yeah.
car, and you can't interchange the parts.
I think they tried in the beginning. They tried to do that, but a friend of mine had a Cougar. Loved that car.
It's a big car.
It's a
much
sporty.
bigger.
It's
You
a
put
sporty,
it-
fast car.
You put it next to a Mustang, and it's big.
It had a 390 in it,
Oh my God!
and
So
it
what
was
do
a
you
high
think?
school kid driving it.
So I think that you might be interested in this.
I would love that car.
Okay, so 68 Mercury Cougar. How much did it sell for?
I'm going to say 32 grand.
32.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else? The Lusk family says. David says how much?
21,000.
20. He said what? 21.
Yeah.
Yep. And then Mr. Ainsley is at 25.
Okay.
Heitzman's bumping up it to 31. And Mr. Skelton, 22. Nine.
Well, guess
No,
what?
no.
I think George may win this because it sold for $20,160.
Oh wow, I'd buy it.
Now that would be a car to buy.
It would. And look at
Yeah,
the
compared to what the Mustangs are running, I would definitely think that's a buyer.
yep, the door seals look good on it. Door seals, and you look at the radiator. That's not a factory radiator.
No, it's
So it's
pretty
got
new.
some work.
Yeah,
Wires,
it's
all
got
that.
engine work
Oh,
on it.
yeah.
It's got look at it,
The
spark
wheels
plug
look
wires
pretty
and all.
pretty original.
It's a driver. It
Yeah,
looks like
that's a nice car.
Yeah,
Looks like a fun
nice
car.
car.
Red's a little bright, but it's okay.
We'll do that. You know what? Did I?
Donald's
No,
got
here
some
they are.
tennis shoes that'll match it.
Okay, now I got a couple of here, 40 Fords. Well, the first one is a 40 Ford. Okay, 40 Ford Deluxe. This looks like it's a complete stock car, I guess. Wide whites, hubcaps, beautiful paint job. If you're into this style of a car, that would have been like this is the Ford Deluxe now. This is like the businessman's coupe.
Business
Businessman.
man.
What do you think that sold for?
Yeah, boy, oh boy. I'm gonna go 32.
32.
Yeah.
Okay. 32. Anybody else?
Someone says hello.
Yeah, I think here's Mr. Lusk is 19K.
He's probably closer.
Well, let me say
Mr.
this.
Eichmann's at 50.
This sold for $27,536.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
So let's go
It's a good
back in
price.
time. It's basically the same body style, but this one here is 5 years older. This is a 1935 Ford Model 48. And I assume it's got a flathead Ford in it, V8.
Yeah, look, yep, sure does.
All right. So,
And it's a stick on the floor.
and how much do you think that this thing sold for? Well, it's got a 3-speed on
Yeah.
the floor, right?
I'm gonna stick with my 32,
32. Okay.
even though it's older, 5 years older.
That doesn't make a difference. Same body style. Man, back in the day, they used that body style at the racetrack over at Meyer Speedway.
Okay, we got a 35 bid in there.
35. This sold for
Wow.
$22,570. And this has the tilt-out windshield as opposed to the cowl.
Yeah, you can
Air
see that
intake.
in the picture. Yep.
Yeah. And so, they made some modifications. This also has the standalone headlights as opposed to the 40 model that incorporated headlights into the front fender.
Wonderful.
So $22,575 is what it went for. $22,575.
Everyone that's bid on this has been pretty close. They've been winning
Yeah.
a couple grand on that,
Yeah.
a few $1,000,
Except for
which
that
is good.
Bronco.
Well, the Bronco was a ringer.
Freak.
It was a ringer.
Yeah, that ringer, yeah. All right, well, thanks for playing. We'll play it again in a couple of weeks. Next week, if you haven't heard, it's going to be a best of show while we take the 4th of July
So
off.
with the best of, there's just nothing but my segments is the best of. Is that what it is?
Absolutely.
Tune in.
That's right. Well, here, I'll just go ahead and leave now.
There you go. All right. Well, he's gone. Let's do this.
All right. As I mentioned, next week, 4th of July holiday, the boys and I are taking their rare day off, but you'll be blessed with the best of In Wheel Time, Car Talk, 10 to noon Central Time. Listen, watch, YouTube, inwheeltime.com, Facebook, if they're up and running. If you miss it, you'll be able to catch a connect through a podcast from your favorite podcast channel anytime. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Loopy Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Loopy Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Loopy Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Loopy Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Loopy experience with queso flamiado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Loopy beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla. Eats pretty good. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show thanks you for 15 wonderful years. Yep, our first show aired May 7th, 2011 on the local radio station. Then it was a move to the digital world and social media, and you followed. Thank you. We continue to build and grow our fan base, and it's all because of you and your auto enthusiast friends. We appreciate your support. It's always great to see you at our remote broadcast, too, and we hope you'll continue to stop by and say hello. It's been a great ride, and we hope to bring you more fun and adventure right here on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.
Time for Jeff's racing calendar, sponsored by the Texas Muscle Car Club Challenge.
Thank you for that. Hey, we got NASCAR today, and you've got some the O'Reilly Series is in Sonoma. It's going to be on the CW network at 5:30 p.m. tonight. And then tomorrow you have the big boys on TNT TV. Evidently they're switching affiliates or something in mid-season or whatever they do that. But that's going to be in Sonoma also. Don's favorite next week is going to be, of course, the 4th of July weekend. You got lawnmower racing at the 12-mile 500. That's going to be at the 12-mile Indiana. It's going to be the Indiana series there. Formula One goes off on July 6th, so they're going to be in a little delay this week. Indy is actually July 6th, so a lot of that stuff's going on next week, and the big holiday and all that stuff. And then you got the USAC boys, July 1st through the 5th, actually July 1st through the 8th. Different parts of the country. You've got the different classes. You've got the midgets, the sprints, the crowns, all that good stuff. So check your USAC stuff going on there. It's kind of weak for the big boys because of the holiday coming up and a big racing event next week. But if you're at a local track, support your local track. Get out there and get some mud slung on you, or smell the fumes. Go get a hot dog, have a cold beer. But support your local races.
Thank you very much. All right, time now for This Week in Auto History, Mr. Mars. Let her rip.
Yes, sir. We got a few things that we're going to run through right quick here on related to this holiday week that's coming up. And in 1894, inventor Elwood Haynes successfully tested his gasoline-powered vehicle up in Indiana.
Elwood, part of the Blues Brothers.
Yeah, this is why he went to jail. So the Haynes Appleson, who's a guy that helped him with it, became one of the earliest successful American-built gasoline cars. In fact, because of history, back the way records were kept back in the late 1800s, there's a lot of people think this may actually be the first true automobile in America. But there was a lot of them coming out, so they're still up to debate. But he was one of the earliest for sure.
So it's the earliest donk, that's for sure.
Yes, it is. Then in 1908, the Great New York to Paris race. Now, I thought this was interesting because it literally goes from New York to Paris. I mean, you had to go across the country. You had to go across the oceans.
There we go, walking on water again.
Yeah. So it's 22,000 miles across 3 continents. And this, again, was back in 1908. And the Thomas Flyer was declared the winner after going over some of the harshest roads imaginable. Of course, this was got worldwide attention from this because it did go halfway around the world.
How did they ford the ocean?
Put them on boats.
Put them on ships.
Literally. They had big balloon tires on them, and they kind of paddle tires across there. But anyway, so also in 1914, Mercedes dominated the French Grand Prix. Now, it was a clean sweep by it Mercedes went into it to show their advanced engineering, including 4-wheel brakes, not just 2 wheels, but 4-wheel brakes. Had some aerodynamic design that you can see in these pictures here, and the reliability that they were building into it. So it demonstrated how racing could accelerate technology because a lot of other companies took the technology they found at this race and incorporated it into other aspects of their vehicles. Then in 1966, Irv Gordon purchased his legendary Volvo. Now, you may not know about old Irv, but he bought a brand new Volvo P1800 in 1966. Now, it was just a plain car, obviously, but he put 3 million miles on that car, got a Guinness World Book of Record on it, and it's now in the museum, a Volvo museum, and that is the vehicle with 3 million miles on it by one person driving one car. Wow. He got his use out of that one.
I saw the story on that. That was good.
Then in 1979, let's see if you know this one, the first Auto Shack store opened in Forest City, Arkansas. Very modest at the time, but that was the beginning of AutoZone. Oh, and I had no idea. I just thought AutoZone was always AutoZone.
I did too.
But it was truly an Auto Shack, I guess, comparable to Radio Shack or whatever it was at the time.
Yeah.
And, of course, it became a big national chain of vehicles. That was just a few of the things we found interesting in auto history this week.
Perfect.
Very interesting in auto history. Mm-hmm. Fatal collision involving a Tesla sedan. You may have heard this on the news under federal investigation after the electric vehicle slammed into a house here in Houston, killing a woman inside. NHTSA said June 22nd, it has opened a special crash investigation into that June 19th incident. Agency, which confirmed the probe in an email statement, didn't offer any additional details. I'm sure that we'll figure it all out, and we'll find out about it as well. So, yeah, just a horrible accident. Nissan CEO Ivan Espinosa slogged through a topsy-turvy annual shareholders meeting, fending off multiple floor motions to remove him as chairman of the gathering, a no-confidence vote, and, get this, another proposal to appoint former chairman Carlos Ghosn to the Japanese car makers board. Do that. Bring him back.
He's talking about getting hard up.
Yeah, oh my God, you've got to be kidding. Shareholders also rejected the company-backed nominee for director, handing management a rare rebuke amid investor concerns about the independence of the Nissan Motor Company. What an absolute mess that company continues to be. It's a shame. You know, They've sold 1 billion cars. Where did it go wrong? Carlos. Thank you, Carlos, who stole billions of dollars from them. That was the first thing.
He's just still in the box.
Let's see. We're getting out of time here. I want to make sure that I get the stories in that I wanted to get in. It's too long. We don't care about that. Let's do this one. Toyota, which introduced many consumers to the concept with the Prius, has made its two most popular U.S. models hybrid only. The Camry switched for the 2025 model year, and the RAV4 followed suit for 2026. The hot-selling Ford Maverick compact pickup offers a hybrid, as does Honda's CR-V crossover. EVs are still expected to gain share in the coming years, just not as quickly as the hybrids. And get this, Chevy is resuscitating its Heartbeat of America campaign in honor of the country's upcoming 250th anniversary, and it's incorporating the sound of real heartbeats to help the ads hit home. The brand modernized its renowned advertising campaign from the 1980s and 90s with the Red Clay Strays, a rock band from Alabama, taking over vocals from the late Motown legend Aretha Franklin. The brand filmed the commercial here in Texas and in Maine using a Bolt, a Trax, an Equinox, Traverse, Silverado, and other nameplates. So be on the lookout for
They
that.
brought the Like a Rock was back in certain advertising too.
Yes.
Yeah, Like a Rock.
Um,
Bob Seger.
And by the way, the average price of new cars went up another $80 this week, now averaging at $51,820. From a year ago, it's up now $2,221.
Now, can that only raise the price of the pre-owned? No, the used cars too are probably going up.
Everything is going up. Hey, we'd love to hear from you. Shoot us an email, info@inwheeltime.com. We'll wrap up today's show right after this.
Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your car's finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Sites will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963.
Well, that's all for this week's In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. We're always looking for new, informative, and great automotive things to bring to our global audience. If you have an idea, an event, a road trip, or tall tale that you are willing to blab about, let us know. Our email address is info@inwheeltime.com. You can find the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show 24/7 on the In Wheel Time app and website. Grab a podcast from your favorite podcast store. We video stream our live show every Saturday, 10 to noon, on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In Wheel Time video coordinator is we always need more Jeff Zekin. The booking agent and video editor, Mike Out of This World Mars. Wave hello, Mike. Thank you. And Chief Engineer David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. Thanks to our show contributors, Jeff Heitzman and George Skelton. Be sure to... Pardon me?
The Lusk family.
Be sure to join us next Saturday from our Dual City studios in Texas, USA. We hope you'll join us. Next week's show will be a best of, so we can enjoy a rare Saturday morning with our families. Our live show will be back in 2 weeks. Thanks to all of our guests today. Have a great, safe weekend and safe 4th of July. And we hope you'll join us again on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show.